हेलो एंड नमस्कार, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल गाइस। और आज की वीडियो में हम बात करने वाले हैं अप्रैल 2023 के क्विज 2 के पेपर के बारे में। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट इट। और अभी तक अगर आपने चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं करा तो प्लीज़ कर लेना, ठीक है, बहुत हेल्प मिलती है हमें। सो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, सुशांत फर्स्ट थ्रो अ फेयर डाइस then throws as many fair dice as the number that show on the die. Means first he throw one die, okay, and whatever the number he obtain, he will throw that many time, okay. Then find the conditional probability that 3 heads are obtained. So basically we have to find the conditional probability of getting 3 head after he will throw as many die, right? If die shows 5. If die shows 5, he will be throwing 5 times, right? And on that 5 time, what is the conditional probability of getting 3 head? Okay, enter the correct answer to 3 decimal places. Okay, so let's say x is the first die thrown and y is the number of head obtained. Okay, so our question is basically p of y equals to 3 given x equals to 5. Okay, and x is basically what? Throwing of die. Okay, so x can take values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay, and each will have probability 1 by 6, right? Now he's saying that x will be 5, okay, so getting a probability of getting 5 is what? 1 by 6, okay. So p of y equals to 3 given x equals to 5 is basically joint upon marginal, right? So marginal of what? This the condition which we have, only marginal of that, okay. So p of x equals to 5 given y equals to 3 upon p of x equals to 5, right? This will be our conditional to joint, right? Now p of x equals to 5 is what? 1 by 6, and p of y equals to 3. So b will be we are throwing what? How many? We have 5, right? N equals to 5, and we want the probability of getting 3 head, right? Out of 5 we want 3, so it is nothing but binomial, okay. So p of y equals to 3 is nothing but 5c3 1 by 2 raised to power 3 and 1 by 2 raised to power minus basically 5 minus 3, right? That is 2. So it is the probability of success and this is the probability of failure. So it will come for 10 by 32, right? So 1 by 6 into 10 by 32 upon p of x equals to 5 is nothing but 1 by 6, okay. When we will solve this, we will get 0.3125, okay. That's the case. So it is our first question. And also, guys, please do let me know that this black background is okay for you or not. If you have some visibility issue, then I will be going to old style, okay. Now let's move to next question. So the question is, let xy is uniform d, okay. So uniform, this one is uniform where d is nothing but 2 greater than x plus y greater than 4, x is greater than 4 and y is greater than 4. Find the probability of p y less than 2. What is the probability of p y less than 2? Okay. So if we draw this region, this particular region, so what we will get? 2 greater than x plus y less than 4 is what? Basically it is nothing but 2 less than x plus y and x plus y less than 4, right? This one is something, right? So when we draw, this will be our region. If you are seeing this green shaded region will be our region of this particular two equations, right? We will get something like this. Now what we have, we want basically p of y greater than 2. P of y greater than 2 is nothing but this region, right? Less than 2. Y less than 2 is nothing but this region, right? Yeah, I guess. Okay. So basically, sorry, one mistake. Basically, this whole region, this one region. Wait, let me just change the. So yellow. So this whole region is basically the equation of the particular thing. Okay, this whole region. Getting my point? This 2 to 4 and 2 to 4. This whole region is basically these two. Okay, and this particular green region is nothing but y less than 2. Okay, so we want the probability of this particular region. So this particular region, probability of this region is nothing but area of this particular region upon my total region, right? So area of this particular region is nothing but this is a parallelogram. Okay, so base into height is the simple formula. So 2 into 2, because this is 2 and this is 2, right? So base into height upon, and this whole what will be the area of this whole region? So basically parallelogram plus this triangle, right? So this triangle is nothing but half into base into height, right? Base is 2 and height is also 2. So 2 by 2 plus 2 into 2 plus 1 by 2 into 2 into 2. That way we will be getting 2 by 3 as the answer, okay? So I guess this is clear to you, right? It is nothing but a simple draw and finding the area. Next question. The next question is simple. Let x1, x2 to xn be IID x, okay? Which mean is 0 and variance is 1, okay? Mean is 0 and variance is 1. Using Chebyshev's inequality, what should be the minimum value of n? Okay, what we want minimum value of n such that the probability that the sample mean is given lies between minus 0.5 to 0.5, okay? So what we want? The sample mean should be, probability of sample mean should be between minus 0.5 to 0.5, okay? So according to, this is our sample mean, right? So according to Chebyshev equation, we have this particular thing, right? Where now this time we have x mean of x, sample mean, right? So sample x mean will be less than equals to mu minus k sigma, and basically greater than mu minus k sigma and less than mu plus k sigma, and it is will be greater than equals to 1 minus 1 upon k square according to Chebyshev's inequality, right? Now this will be what? This will be equals to minus 0.5 as given here, right? And this will be 0.5, right? So this will be minus 0.5 and this will be 0.5 as sample mean will be lie between these two, right? And at least 0.95. So this will be 0.95, right? Okay. Now we have, so equating this, we have to find the value of k, okay? So mu minus k sigma is nothing but minus 0.5. So after solving this, we will get k as 0.5 root n, okay? Why? How? So basically sigma is nothing but in this particular case, it will be 1 by root n, because we have sigma square as 1, okay? For x, and when we get for sample mean, it will be sigma square by root n, right? Variance of x bar, okay? This will be nothing but this, okay? So now we have k equals to this. Now we know that this is equals to nothing but 0.95. So we will put this as equals to 0.95, and at the place of k, we will be putting this, right? So from here we will be solving and we will get the value of n, right? And what is the final answer of n is nothing but 80, okay? So this will be the final answer. Now let's move to next question. The probability density function of a continuous random variable x is given by this particular thing. So it is saying find the value of expectation of x, right? Enter the answer to 2 decimal places. Okay, nice. So what we have to find is basically e of x, okay? So e of x is nothing but we know minus infinity to infinity integration of x into f of x, right? So we have the region from 1 to 2. So it will be nothing but 1 to 2 x into fx is nothing but 6x plus 1 by 10 dx, right? So 1 by 10 into my 1 to 2 integration of 6x square. Basically I have taken out 10, right? 6x square plus x and multiplied x inside, okay? Now on integrating it, we will get something 15.5 upon 10, that is 1.55, that is the answer, okay? So it is simple calculation, okay? Next question. Suppose x1, x2, x3 and x4 are IIDs Bernoulli 2 by 3. Define a random variable y given y equals to what? 2x1 plus 3x2 plus 4x3 plus 5x4, and we have to find the variance, okay? So variance is nothing but, if we have Bernoulli, then it's p into 1 minus p. Okay, so when we will do this, p is what? 2 by 3. So 1 minus p is nothing but 1 by 3. Okay, so variance we will get as 2 by 9. Now variance of y is nothing but variance of 2x1 plus 3x2 plus 4x3 plus 5x4. Okay, and when we take individual variances as it is IIDs, right? So it will be variance of 2x1 plus variance of 2x2 plus variance of 4x3 and plus variance of 5x4, right? And when we take constant out, then it will be like coming out with the square, right? So it will be nothing but 4 into 2 square variance of x1 plus 3 square variance of x2 plus 4 square variance of x3 and 5 square variance of x4, right? And when we add all this will be 54 variance of x1, and variance of x1 is nothing but 2 by 9. So this way we will get 12 as our answer. Okay, now next, and why this? Basically we have all the variances equal, right? So that. Now next, fifth question. Suppose a fair die is thrown twice independently. Let a random variable x denote the number obtained on the first die, and random variable y denote the number obtained on the second die. So first is basically x, on second die is basically y. Define z equals to 7 minus xy. Okay, so it is asking about what is the range of z. So basically x is what? Number on first die, and y is the number of second die. Okay, and z is this particular, and it is under the mod, so it will be always positive, right? So as we know, x and y can take values up to 1 to 6, right? 1 to 6, and it's subtracting from 7, right? So let's think about it, right? So what will be the minimum value of z? Okay, so minimum value can go up to 0, right? How? Let's say it will be 1 or it will be 6, right? So it will be 7 minus 7, right? If let's say we got this as the maximum, if we talk about this only, okay, so maximum what we can get? Minus 6 minus 6, right? It will be what? Minus 5, right? And when we do mod, it will be 5. So we know that greater it can go up to 5, and minimum what? So minimum it can go to 1 and 6, right? 7 minus 1 minus 6, right? So it will be like 7 minus 7. So it will be 0, and mod of 0 is nothing but 0. So minimum we can get 0, and maximum we can get 5, right? So it will be nothing but 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So basically you can calculate this way of middle values, right? So this way we will get this particular range. Okay, that is the answer. Now next question. Okay, this is the interesting question. We have to find p between p of z between 0 to 3, right? Z is between 0 to 3. Okay, right. So for this we will be creating our table. Okay. Now doing this way like a straight table like x and y, and then taking 1, 2 and 1, 3. Okay, this way it will be more hectic, right? So we will be doing this way, and this will give easy trick, right? So nothing but we will draw x taking value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is called joint table, right? If you know, this is joint table, right? It is joint table. So on this, basically, every value is what? 1 by 36. Okay. So basically, if I say probability of x and y, both taking 1. Okay. 1, 1. So probability of 1 is what? 1 by 6. And this is also 1 by 6. So it will be 1 by 36. Let's say take any other value. 3, 1. 3 is basically what? 1 by 6 into 1 by 6, right? 1 is 1 by 6 and 3 is 1 by 6. So also 1 by 3. So every value is basically 1 by 36. So probability of each value is 1 by 36. Now we have to find basically z. Z from 0 to 3. Okay, so z is nothing but x plus y. Okay, in previous question we have given 7 minus x. 7 minus, wait. 7 minus x minus y. 7 minus x minus y. This one is what we have. Okay, so let's see. First we start from the middle. Middle is nothing but 6 and 1, right? So this one is 6, 1. This one is 5, 2. Okay, and 4, 3. and this is 3, 5, 3, 4, and 2, 5, and 1, 6. So all is 7. Like sum of all these x and y's are 7. I can write this as 7 minus x plus y, right? So all these are 7, and 7 minus 7 is 0. So all these value I am getting 0, right? For all these particular joints, I will be getting z as 0. So what is the probability of z? Z is, so how many times we are getting 0? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 times we are getting 0. So it will be 6 by 36. Similarly, it is nothing but 6, 2. That is 8, right? So 7 minus 8 is minus 1. And when we do mod, it will be plus 1, right? So 1 here also. And 5, 3 is also 8. So that will be also getting 1. 4, 4 getting 1. 5, 3 getting 1. And 2, 6 getting 1. Okay. So all these will be getting 5 by 36. That is minus 1, and mod of minus 1 is 1. Okay. Similarly, here also we will be getting that 1. Okay. Here we will getting positive 1, and here this one we will getting negative 1. So this positive 1 will be getting 5 by 36, and this one is basically 5 by 36. Okay. So 5, 5, 10, right? So for 1, it's 10 by 36. So for 1, it's 10 by 36. For 0, it's 6 by 36. Similarly, we will do all these. Okay. And we will get 5 as 2 by 36, right? 4 as 4 as 4 by 36, 3 as 6 by 36, and 2 as 8 by 36. Okay. Now we have to find what? P of 0 less than z less than 3, right? P of 0 less than 0 less than 3. Okay. So what this will be? So basically this is nothing but this, right? This 2, 1 and 2. Between 0 and 3, it is 1 and 2. So what is the probability of getting 1 and 2? So probability of 1 and plus probability of 2. That is 18 by 36. That is 1 by 2. So we will be getting 1 by 2. Okay. Now next question. Kunal throws a dart on a circular board. Let's a random variable x denotes the distance from the center to the point where the dart hit the board. Suppose the PDF is this particular. Find the value of k. What is the value of k? So minus infinity to infinity fx of x dx is basically what? 1, right? We know this. So what is our range? 0 to 1. And what we have to integrate? Kx into 1 minus x. And what we will get after integrating? It is equals to 1. Okay. So by solving this, we will get k as 6. Okay. So that is our answer. Now next question. Find the value of p of x minus 0.5 mod less than equals to 0.25, right? So what will be the probability of this? So remember, it is not asking about Chebyshev's or anything else, not asking about bounds. Okay, it is asking about probability, right? So when you are asking about probability, we will be solving this. So it is nothing but this will be nothing but 0.5 minus 2.5 greater than x, okay, and less than 0.5 plus 0.25. Okay, when you solve this inequality, we will be getting this, and this is nothing but 0.25 greater than x less than 0.75. So what we have to do? We have to basically integrate, right? So we will be integrating from 0.25 to 0.75 of what? This particular effect. Essence we had here where k is 6, right? So we will be integrating this, and when we solve this, we will get 0.6875. That is the answer. It is simple, right? Now next question. 30% of the total candidates in a competitive exam were boys. 30% is boys and 70% were girls, right? The distribution of marks of boys is normal 60-36, and the distribution of marks of girls is normal 55 by 49, right? Find the PDF of marks of candidate chosen randomly. So we have to find basically y, right? If we are taking the distribution as y, so x is basically what? 0 if it is a boy, and 1 is if it is a girl, and the probability is 0.30 and 0.70, right? Now y given x equals to 0 is normal 60-36, and y given x equals to 1 is normal 55 by 49, right? We have to find the f of y. F of y is nothing but p of x equals to 0 into f of y given x equals to 0 at y, and plus p of x equals to 1 into f of y given x equals to 1 at y. This is the formula, right? Now we have to put, so p of x equals to 0 is nothing but 0.30, right? And this one we know that this is normal, 60 by 36, we will be solving this, right? So it will be nothing but 1 by sigma root 2 pi, right? Sigma root 2 pi. So sigma is basically what? 36 under root, right? That is 6 root 2 pi exponential of minus of y minus 60 square upon 2 into 36 plus p of x equals to 1 is nothing but 0.70 into my, this is nothing but 1 by sigma. Sigma is basically what? 49. So sigma will be root 49, that is 7 root 2 pi exponential of minus of y minus 55 square upon 2 into 49. Okay. When we solve this, we will get this. Okay. Now we will take 1 by 20 to 1 by 20 into root 2 pi common. So we will get this particular thing. Okay. And this is what our first option is. Okay. So this is how it will get solved. Now do remember as it we will be following this next question. So if a randomly selected candidate got 60, so y is basically what? 60. What is the probability that the selected candidate is a y? So if he got if he got 60 marks, what is the probability that it is y? Okay. So it is asking about fx given y equals to 60 of 0, right? 0 is what? Y, right? So f it is nothing but f by given x equals to 0 at 60 into my p x equals to 0 upon my p of y given 60, right? This will be the case, okay? So it is nothing but basically we have changed this, right? So it is nothing but we know that if conditional is basically joint upon marginal. So joint is what? P of x equals to 0, right? Comma p of y equals to 60. And similarly we have like changed this, okay? You have like studied this theorems in week 8, I guess. Yeah, not week 8, I guess week 5 or 6, this one. Now from where we get this particular thing, so it's not but not we have fy given x equals to 0 as normal, right? Here we have this particular, right? And this also, right? So x equals to 0 is basically normal, 60, 36. So at 60 we will be getting we will be basically putting 60 here, and this will be the normal, right? So it is what 0.30 into 1 by 6 root 2 pi, and 60 minus 60 is 0, so its whole exponential is 0, right? This particular is 0, and exponential of 0 is 1. So here it will be into my 1 that we don't need to write, right? Upon similarly put 60 here, right? So this will be like 0, so it will be 1 plus 2 into exponential of 60 minus 55, that is 5 upon 98. So 5 and 5 square, that is 25 upon 98. So here will be 25 upon 98, okay? 1 plus 2 exp, right? Exp of minus 25 upon 98, because this minus is outside, right? And 1 upon 20 root 2 pi. So 1 upon 20 root 2 pi will be cancelled out, right? At 0.30 upon my 6 is basically 0.2, basically 20, right? So 1 upon 1 plus 2 exponential of minus 25 by 98, and this will be our answer. Now next, 11th question. At a petrol pump, petrol is stocked in a bulk tank, right? Each week. Let x a random variable x, okay? Let a random variable x denote the proportion of tank capacity that is stocked in a given week. Let y is the proportion of tank that is sold, right? Then petrol pump cannot sold more than what he has given as a stock in a week. Okay, so assume joint density is given this, point the probability. So here you can see the range is basically 0 to y. 0 is greater than y, right? And greater than equals to x, greater than equals to 2. And asking what is the value of c. So x is basically the proportion stocked, and y is basically proportion sold. So what we have to do, we have to find the value of c. So we know that minus infinity to infinity of double integration fxy of xy dy by dx is basically 1, right? Now talking about y is basically from 0 to x, right? So y is basically from 0 to x, and x is basically from 0 to 2, right? X is basically what? From 0 to 2. So we will do this integration, okay? First with respect to y and then with respect to x, right? So we will be getting, by solving these, we will be getting CS 0.5, that is 2y4 or 1y2, right? So we will get CS 0.5. So this will be the answer. Now, the follow-up question is that, find the probability that amount of petrol stored in a given week is less than half amount of stock in that week. So basically, we have to find P of y less than 1 by 2x, yeah, x by 2, right? So we know that y is from 0 to x by 2, and basically y is from 0 to 2, right? 0 to 2, right? X is basically 0 to 2, and y is basically 0 to x by 2. Okay, we will be solving this and we will get 0.25. Okay, so this will be the simple calculation. You can pause and see the calculation if you want. Now next question. In a manufacturing company, each machine produces 600 bottles. Okay, if a bottle is selected uniformly at random, then probability that the bottle is of good quality is 60%, right? 0.60. So if randomly bottle is selected randomly, then its probability is nothing but 0.60. Okay, so basically good quality bottle probability is 0.60. Suppose a sample of 20 bottles is selected for the quality inspection, and let X denote the total number of bottles that are of bad quality, not good quality. Okay, which of the following is true? So basically bad quality, the probability is basically what? 0.4. Okay, so selecting 20 and getting 0.4, right? So it is nothing but binomial 20, 0.4. Okay, so this will be our main answer. Now, following this particular question, using CNT, okay, find the approximate probability that a machine will produce more than 370 bottles that are of good quality on a particular day, and enter the answer correct to decimal place. So basically, it is asking about a particular day, and we know that in a particular day we have 600 bottles, right? Okay, and also we know that this will follow what? As it is asking about good quality, so it will be nothing but binomial 600 comma 0.6. Okay, now we know that mean is nothing but NP and variance is nothing but P NP 1 minus P, right? This particular. Okay, so from here we will find expectation value and variance value, right? So variance is 144, so SD is nothing but 12. Now, we have to use CLT. CLT, what we do? Y minus expectation value upon my SD, right? And then it will become nothing but Z, right? This is how we use, we approach to CLT, right? Okay. So, if we do subtract and divide this side, then we also have to do this side also, right? So, similarly, we had done this side and this is become Z, and 370. 370 is what? 370 minus 360. 360 is what? EX, right? So 370 minus 360 upon 12. So it is nothing but 10 by 12, that is 5 by 6. Okay. And S at G is greater than 5 by 6. So it will be 1 minus P of Z less than equals to F 5 by 6. And less than equals to is nothing but FG, right? So it is 1 minus FG of 5 by 6. That is FG of 5 by 6 is given in our formula. Just below the formula sheet in our question paper, there will be given FG's value, right? All the FG value will be given, whatever you are required, okay, in the exam. So from there, I saw that FG value is nothing but 0.80. Okay, so I will subtract 1 minus 0.80, that is 0.20. That is the answer. Now next question. Let X is the random variable PMF. This particular X1, X2 is the IID sample. Y equals to X1 plus X2. Find this particular things like MGF. So we know that Y is X1 plus X2. So MY, right? MGF of Y is nothing but if X1 and X2 is IID. So we know that MGF of X1, or it will have the power of whatever number we have. So it will be E of E raised to power lambda X raised to power 2, right? A square. Okay. And this is also, we can write that mx1 of lambda into my mx of x2 of lambda. So it will be nothing but the first option, right? The first option is correct. Now, E of e raised to power lambda x, and we have this particular thing, right? So what e of, if we find e of e raised to power lambda x is nothing but e raised to power lambda x into my fx, right? This one. And what will be this? So it will be x is what? 0. So e raised to power lambda into 0 into my 1 by 4 plus e raised to power lambda into my 1 into my 1 by 2 plus my e raised to power lambda into my 2 upon my 1 by 4. This will be, right? It will be nothing but 1 by 4 plus e raised to power lambda by 2 plus e raised to power 2 lambda by 4. This one. Now we have we can replace this with here, okay? And we have to do the square of it, right? We have to do square of it. So we will be doing the square of it, and it is nothing but a plus b plus c whole square, right? And it's nothing but a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ac, right? So we will be opening this and we will getting this particular, that is the last option. Okay, so it is the correct one. Now, our last question is find the expected value of y. So what will be the expected value of y? E of y is basically e of, as we know that y is basically x1 plus x2, right? So e of x1 plus x2 is basically e of x1 plus e of x2, and e of x1 and x2 is similar, so we can write 2 into e of x1, and 2 of e of x1 is basically what? So from here we know that e of x1 is what? E of x we got. So similarly x into f of x, right? So it is what? 0 into 1 by 4, 0 into 1 by 4 plus 1 into my 1 by 2 plus 2 into my 1 by 4. Okay, so similarly we have done this, right? And it is 0, so it will be cut down, right? So this, right? And when we do this will be 2 by 2, that is 1, right? So 2 into 1 is 1, 2, that is the answer. Okay, so this is the question. Okay.